What we have here are the Brewzle Blender's Picks 1 and 2 from Old Dominick Distillery. And we are going to decide which one is our favorite. Stick around and find out. Welcome everybody to another edition of Four Decisions.
Pairing.
My name is Brandon.
And I'm Mary.
And today we have in front of us two blended picks hosted by Brewzle himself at Old Dominick Distillery. In front of me, we have the Master Blender Experimental Series Blend Number 2.
And I have the Master Blender Series number 1.
Mine says straight bourbon whiskey finished with American and French oak staves. And it's coming in at 118 proof.
Let's see. Mine is the straight bourbon whiskey, blend number 1, and it's coming in at 118 proof.
So I'm going to skip over the nosing and tasting notes that they have on the front of the label because, you know, that's like their opinion, man. All right. And what does your blend have in it?
Okay, there's what's that, the 7-year?
Yeah.
It's a straight Tennessee whiskey single barrel at 20%. Then they have the 6-year straight bourbon whiskey single barrel at 20%. Then there's a 6-year is that Starlight?
Straight.
Oh, it's a straight Tennessee whiskey production batch, and that's at 40%.
In other words, that's going to be one of their general releases.
And then there's a 6-year straight bourbon whiskey production batch at another 20%.
Okay, that's a lot in that blend.
Yes.
Somebody did some work on this. Now for blend number 2, I've got a 6-year straight bourbon whiskey, which is 80%, and a 6-year straight Tennessee whiskey of 20%. And it's finished with high mocha and double toast oak staves.
Well, I don't have that notice, but if you look at the back of these, I don't know if you can see them. There's like 4 line items.
And mine only has the 2. Because I did notice you switched the bottles around for whatever reason when we were setting up. And
1 and 2.
Yep, 1 and 2. So Mary's going to pour blend number 1, and I'm going to pour blend number 2. Give us a nice cork pop. Oh, that was weak.
I don't pop like you do.
There we go.
I don't have that kind of hand strength like you do to manhandle it.
Yeah. There we go. Now, both of these are currently being voted on through the Brewzle Patreon.
Through the end of this month.
Yep.
So if you haven't got yours, you'll need to get it.
Well, seeing how we got the last of batch number 2 at the distillery, they only had a handful of batch 1s left.
We need to blind these?
No, we already know. It's just basically, what do you prefer?
Okay.
Wow.
Because I think
Missy.
because I thought the bourbon
Well, we
Or
can.
that
I'll
we're
tell you
blinding
what.
them.
I'll step out of frame, and you mix up mine, and I'll mix up yours. We'll put numbers on the bottom. Give me just a second.
Well, actually, if I know what yours are, and then you'll know what mine is.
This way we don't get confused. All right. So, sticker for batch 1. Which one did you give me? All right.
Sure, one.
Put that underneath. And I love these little stickers because...
I grabbed a number 2.
Yep. And I am also grabbing a number 2. Because you cannot see what the number is through the bottom of the glass.
You can't tell.
What
It's an opaque sticker.
All right. Well, I'm going to step off frame.
Okay.
And you can mix them up any way you want. And then you'll step out of frame and I'll mix them up.
Okay.
All right.
What?
And we'll just edit this part out.
Your turn.
Okay. Nice little treat. Okay.
Get my skirt out the way.
All right. So we're going to start off
I'm listening.
for a change. All right. We're going to start right to left. Get some water. And then we'll go left to right. Okay? So, glass number 1. Nice color. Coats really well in the glass.
It does. It's got nice legs. It's got quick legs. It's not like a super thick one like we had from old Dominick on the weeder.
Right, right. All right.
It's got a nice color. It's light on the nose.
It is. Well,
it's a little ethanol-y, but it's not.
I think they're both going to be a little bit ethanol, but I mean, I can't compare your notes because I don't know what you're drinking and you don't know what I'm drinking.
No.
It's one or the other.
I'm just not getting a whole lot on this one on the nose. It's kind of flat.
Getting, like you said, there's a good amount of ethanol there.
I'm going to go with just nose number 2. Oh, this one's honey forward.
I'm getting oaky on this one.
This one is a lot more pleasant on the nose.
Not as much of an ethanol burn as the other one.
Yeah, this one's stronger on the nose.
Yeah. All right, going back to my glass on the right.
I'm just going back and forth and just kind of comparing the noses on them. Really,
I'm getting some floral now.
I like my left hand nose better than my right hand here.
Left hand don't know what the right hand's doing. Anyway.
Yeah, this one's better on the nose for sure.
All right, so I'm going to go in for a taste on the glass on the right.
It's a little hot.
Little hot, yeah. Tingling. But it is first sip of the day.
It is. So can't go by that. I've got to kind of acclimate.
Oh, But man, there's something there in the and mid palate and finish. That was sweet.
Right down the center of the tongue.
And on the sides.
The sides are kind of tingly.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's the proof.
Yeah. Well, let's go back in to the nosing and tasting again. I'm still getting floral. Definitely sweet oat. Maybe a little caramel. Go back to the palate.
That second sip was very drying. So it left my mouth really dry. It's kind of got a cinnamon note on the finish, but there's something else there.
And see, I'm getting a caramel.
I could see that. Like
not,
the hard candy.
Yeah, like the hard candy caramel. I'm also getting just ever so slight, like cocoa powder. The not sweet, but you know the cocoa powder like you use for your baked goods and stuff.
That bitter.
It's slightly bitter, but you still know it's cocoa or chocolatey.
Yeah,
but it's a very bitter chocolate.
It's got for a sweet note like a honey.
All right, now I'm going for the glass on the left.
I'm going to cleanse my palate first.
Yep. Made a mess. All right. This one coat's really thick. I'm waiting on legs to form. They're just starting to, just ever so slightly. They're thin legs, but man, this is viscous.
Just a little.
All right.
It holds and then it just shoots down the glass.
Ooh. Now there.
To me, this one's more honey forward on the nose.
It's super sweet.
The nose is sweet.
Vanillas, caramels, almost a toffee. Yeah, buttery toffee.
Butter toffee. Yeah, that's one thing.
I have a feeling when you mix them up and I mix them up, we probably put them in the same freaking order because we're getting some very similar. But I am getting a little florality on it as well, little floral notes.
Almost like a hint of chocolate. Like if I close my eyes and I take a dip, it smells like a Score candy bar.
Yeah. All right, I'm going in. Not near as strong as the first. Ooh, super oaky though.
Yeah, it is oaky. But it's got...
There's some sweet components in that.
But it's not honey on the mouth. It was kind of honey on the nose. But the finish is toffee.
Yes.
Butter toffee. Because even like my tongue is coated. The
viscosity of it matches the glass. It's coating my entire mouth right now. I don't have any of the burning, tingling sensation on the tongue or on the sides of the tongue like we did the first one.
This one is better on the nose for sure. And I think I like it better on the palate as well.
I'm going to go for a second sip of it because we took multiple sips of the first one. I'm going to reserve judgment. Now I'm getting like a coffee almost, straight black coffee.
It's a touch bitter.
Not as floral.
No. It's more honey forward on the nose to me. But but it does have a slight bitter like a coffee would.
But this is sweet caramel, butter toffee, sweet oak on this.
It's like if you had a Score with bitter cocoa instead of milk chocolate. If it was like a dark chocolate or a cacao or
Cacao.
cacao. I'm going to do one more
Man,
back and forth, but I think I
Mhm.
like number 2 better.
Well, we don't know which batch it is. It'll be either right or left.
Right.
We won't know till the end.
Right.
So what we're going to do is this.
Because
We're not going to bore you. What we're going to do is cleanse our palates, and she's going to wait, and we're going to cleanse our palates, and then we're going to go back the other way. And when we come back, we'll let you know which glass we preferred. So stick around.
Mm-hmm.
You need to slow down.
So we're going to go in reverse this time.
Yes. Okay, and we're back. All right. So, Mary, do you prefer the glass on the left or the right? The one on the left. All right. Tell me why you chose that one.
Well, first off, this one's more drying. I like the nose on this one. It smells delightful on the nose. This one fell a little flat on the nose.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the mouth, this one's a little bit more robust and it draws. It's got all these factors that delight me. Mm-hmm. It's got a sweet note. It's got a little bit bitter note. When I go to this one, it falls flat on it. It's hot, hotter than what this one tastes, but it's really drying and it's not coating the same. This one's coating much better. This one's kind of falling flat in my mouth. Mm-hmm. And on the finish, it's got a decent finish on the long finish, but it's just not as pleasant as the finish on this one. This one to me has like the components of like a score candy bar, and it's in the long finish. It's just enjoyable.
Yeah. On mine, I'm also going to be choosing the one on my left. I find it on the nose, it's very sweet, a little oak forward, kind of right in my wheelhouse. But I'm also getting like a buttery caramel toffee type tasting note. Very similar also to like a creme brulee, the sugar on top. I get a lot of that on there with that vanilla as well. The one on the right, it's good, but it does come across as very sharp, very ethanol forward, and the notes are more muted on it. I get similar notes to the glass on the left, but they're very, 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 lack of a better term, watered down. I like to have whiskeys that have multiple notes to them, multiple expressions of flavor when I'm sipping on it. Okay, so we did not choose the one on the right. So what we're going to do, put that down. We're going to take the one on the right that we did not choose.
Just choose the winner. Okay.
And we're going to show the bottom to the camera.
If it can focus. Our numbers could be upside down for all we know.
I don't know. But anyway, let's look and see.
Number 1.
Batch 1. Also, see, when we did the mix-up, apparently, so that means we both prefer
number 2.
Blend number 2.
Who knew?
Hey, kudos to whoever you were that did blend number 2. And now that I know this, but I think all they had was batch 1 left over.
There, at Old Dominick,
yes,
there was 1 or 2 bottles left of batch 1, but not batch 2.
No, there were 3 bottles.
3, okay.
But when we got the last batch 2.
Yeah, so we picked ours up on Thursday evening.
So needless to say, which one is this?
But I do
That's
think...
one. Needless to say, this is getting bunkered away from Mary so that it doesn't disappear.
But what I do know is that following Brewzle, and I believe they may still have some of these bottles through Brewzle. So, but I think you have to be in the Patreon to get it.
I don't know, but I know we had to pick ours up directly from old Dominick because for whatever reason, our state is still in the Stone Age when it comes to shipping alcohol to direct to consumer.
Yep. So that way, any bottles that were available in the Patreon, we didn't take those. We went to the distillery and got them ourselves.
Yep. Plus, that makes it a little bit more available for our fellow Patreon members.
Exactly.
All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for us today. Down in the comments below, if you got these bottles or samples of these bottles, let us know, and let us know which one you chose. And if you're part of the Patreon, make sure that you get your voting in done by the 30th.
Yep, we need a vote.
We are going to vote right after. And if you got the bottle, you'll see there's a QR code on the back. You can scan it to vote.
Right.
So that's what we're going to do at the conclusion of this video. So, but if you're enjoying the content and you haven't subscribed, and according to our algorithm, 95% of our viewers are not subscribers. So we'd love to have you as part of the family. Just hit that like and subscribe down below. And we're going to go ahead and close it out in a way that has become near and dear to our hearts.
That's right. So we only have this one life to live.
So make it about family and good friends and great whiskey.
Until next time, our friends.
Cheers.
That is a weird. After all reading all of this,
it just goes to show that
I don't remember if TJ's blend made it.
There's art. Well, no, his was kind of disqualified. It's TJ, but this one.
Well, he took whatever.
This is simplistic beauty, is what that could have been called. But yeah, this is. I'm not lying to you.
I mean that number 2 is great.
The nose features scents of cocoa, marshmallow, toffee, caramel with simple syrup, toasted oak, dark chocolate, brown sugar on the palate, and a finish that highlights almond, peanut, and butterscotch.
We didn't read that.
No, I told you we're not, because I didn't want it to influence us.
The nose
on blend number 1
said the nose features scents of vanilla, bread, rye, and chocolate with anise,
yeah,
pecan, and cinnamon.
You know what? That's probably that bitter, that anise, that black licorice that we don't like.
Yeah. Said on the palate, and the finish that highlights tobacco, leather, hazelnut, and oak. It's probably the tobacco that turned me down.
No, because we enjoy a sweet tobacco note, but I think the tobacco with the anise and the bready rye, I think that's what
the bread rye, because I don't like bread rye.
Yep.
I like sweet rye that finishes in a mint chocolate.
Okay.